大家好，歡迎收聽華語電台 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓。聽到我把聲正正叻叻、精精神神咁，當然就係我 Janet 同大家介紹菲律賓嘅時候啦。咁上一次呢，唔知大家記唔記得，我就訪問過一位朋友，佢係一位爸爸嚟嘅，佢嘅太太呢係嚟自香港嘅，咁所以呢，我哋當其時呢就傾咗好多。即係講唔完嘅話題，其實係就傾咗好多，譬如你覺得菲律賓同埋香港嘅文化有冇啲咩大分別啊？咁等等嘅事啦。咁因為真係太好傾啦，咁所以呢，我哋今次呢就再請阿 Erwin 呢同我哋呢再傾一傾即係任何關於菲律賓同埋香港嘅文化嘅嘢啦。咁我哋非常之高興啦，因為 Erwin 呢就一口答應咗啦。Good evening, everyone. This is Jeanette, your favorite host, and this is the CCR Cultural Trends of the Philippines. Last time we had a gentleman. He is a father of two, and he came here and we talked a lot. Basically, we can't stop talking. We talk a lot about the difference between Filipino and Hong Kong, and also we talked about the celebration between, for example, the Chinese New Year. How do we celebrate it in Hong Kong versus how do they celebrate the New Year in the Philippines? Mm-hmm. So great topic and great interview. It is very nice that Erwin can come again.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be here.
I'm so happy because it was a great session last time. So thank you so much for coming again. Say hi to the audience first.
Hello, everyone.
Last time we talked about the difference between the Filipino and Chinese. Actually, in Hong Kong, because I'm from Hong Kong, just like your wife. This time it's something similar, but then. Before that, something that I am curious about.
Yes.
Since you are a father of two,
right?
Your wife is from Hong Kong. I don't know, for us Asian parents, like I'm not a parent, but then my friends, they're parents, and we are also like raised. I studied in Hong Kong. Actually, when I came here, I studied grade 11.
Okay.
So I had that experience in Hong Kong. Asian parents, they love to force the kids to learn this and that.
Right.
Especially music instrument, right. Usually piano. And for some reason, no matter how good or how bad you are doing at school, you will have to do, we call that tutorial section.
Right.
Basically, after school, you would just go to the other school.
Wow.
So that you can learn something. Well, I am the lucky one. My parents, they don't force me to learn something. They will ask me, "Can you learn this?" And once I started, if I don't like it, no, I don't like piano. Oh, then okay, you can stop. And then if I think, okay, so drawing or like painting, it's good. Then they would just they would just let me keep doing that. But they don't really force me to do anything, except for the tutorial one.
Right.
You are a father of two. You are also from Asia. Your wife is from Hong Kong. Well, but I know like you two are basically like raised in here. But do you have this kind of thing like, oh yes, I would want my kids to learn this and that so that they can be a better person?
Wow, that's a
hard question, right?
That's a deep question. But it is important to know because, you got to plan already. You got to plan ahead, right? So I myself and me and my wife have talked about it because I can't make a decision for the kids only. It has to be both.
Good father and good husband.
Thank you. So we talked about it regarding this actually. For us, we want to expose them to everything as much as possible. Expose means that we're not going to force them, but we expose them means like we're going to register them to all the sports, to all the things that they want that they could do. However, we're never going to force them to do it if they don't like it. Because one day it's up to them to decide if they're going to keep doing it or not, right? Because I truly believe that everyone have a freedom of choice. Even though they're kids, they might, you can say that they need guidance. That's the reason why, we have to guide them. However, we can't force them for something that they don't like, right? Because, imagine you're an adult and you're forced to do what you don't like to do, of course, you don't like it either, right?
But then there's a saying that, for example, piano lesson. You won't like it for the first few years.
Right.
For the first few grades, you won't like it. It's basically, it's not even a melody.
Right.
But yes, they will say just keep going. Honestly, most of the Asian parents, at least my friends, back then,
Yes.
when they were like, I don't know, 10 or 12 years old, when they were doing the piano, they didn't like it at that time. But the parents forced them to keep doing it.
Yeah.
That after a few years, you will. After a few years, if you don't like it, then you probably should stop. But honestly, they will still ask them to continue. But but yeah, they did have the feeling that they are being forced. But of course, after that, they are thankful.
Right.
After that,
Right.
not all of them, but at
Right.
least like most of them, they are thankful.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that they like piano or not. It's just that this is something that to practice,
Right.
like to train like the patience.
Character.
Yeah, or the character.
Right.
Yeah.
I totally understand what they're trying to do. However, I mean, I don't agree. I mean, like, not that I don't agree with it. For me, I mean, there's certain things that your kids could do that you can see a potential. If you see a potential, I will force it.
See?
No, it's because I mean, kids don't know it,
Yeah.
but then we know and we see something. Because like outside perspective is better sometimes. Like for us, I mean, we don't see how we are doing, but if people give an advice to you that you trust, then of course you'll do it because you know what they're saying this, and then you understand it. So for me, if I see my child, you know what, you're really good at soccer. Because at such a young age, you can do things already that your coach would giving me. I mean, the feedback that I'm getting about you, it's phenomenal. But you don't like it? No, you have to do it. Give it. I will enforce it. However, if there's nothing there, then there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But it's up to them to decide at the end of the day. But if I see a lot of potential, definitely I would encourage it. Not to a point where we're gonna fight.
That's a better wording,
Yeah.
actually. Encourage
Encourage.
them. Yeah, that's a better wording. Okay, let me translate to the
Yeah, no,
audience.
yeah.
We have too much laughter, so we have to share that to them. 同大家分享一下咁啊，今日我想同阿 Erwin 傾一個 topic，因為我真係好好奇嘅。我自己本身就冇細路仔啦，咁但係我啲朋友就有細路仔，但係佢細路仔好細嘅。咁阿 Erwin 就有兩個細路仔，一個4歲，一個2歲啦。咁我就話其實作為一個亞洲嘅父母，我自己都係喺香港長大，咁亦都即係真係有呢啲經驗㗎啦。就算自己或者朋友，好多嘅家長都係好中意咧叫啲小朋友去學嘢嘅，譬如尤其是學琴啦，或者學唔同嘅樂器啦。咁香港家長係特別中意叫啲細路仔學琴嘅。咁通常好多時都會有少少唔得，你一定要學，點都要逼佢學。可能學咗好多個級之後，咁之後就先至可能話俾你揀下啦，你想唔想繼續學落去啊？咁啊。咁同埋我哋就有一個現象嘅，無論你返學好定唔好呢，唔知點解放學都要補習嘅。咁其實我自己係比較幸運嘅，因為我爸爸媽媽咧就唔會 force 我做，即係唔會強迫我做任何嘢嘅，學嘢都係嘅，即係可能照俾我試下咧，想學琴日不如試下學啦，唔中意就算啦，即係亦都唔會話特登一定要你學多幾多年冇嘅。學畫畫你學得好開心，咁你繼續俾你學，咁即係我自己我嘅爹哋媽咪係真係好 flexible 嘅呢一方面。咁但係就真係始終好 general 嚟講咧，呢個亞洲嘅家長都會有呢種嘅傾向嘅。咁啊，對 Erwin 嚟講係點呢？咁佢係菲律賓人，佢太太係喺香港人咁。咁佢就話其實佢個答案就話希望可以叫啲細路，可以俾啲細路仔咧 expose 多啲嘢，即係俾佢expose 多啲新嘅事物俾佢。但係佢就盡量都唔會強迫佢做嘢嘅。咁但係佢就話之後佢都講下話，但係其實如果我見到個細路仔喺呢一方面真係好有天分嘅。咁我哋作為嘅家長，咁知道佢有天分，佢真係想唔學嘅話，咁到時都會好想去學噶啦。咁我講笑咁講啦，即係你都會強迫佢啦。咁話唔係，最後佢用咗個非常非常之好嘅 wording， 佢就話我唔會強迫佢學，但係我會鼓勵佢學。咁其實佢即係佢意思就係佢好希望細路仔去接觸多啲嘅嘢，咁可能會發掘到佢更加多嘅興趣或者更加多嘅 talent。咁若果佢真係唔中意，佢都話其實冇人可以逼任何人做嘢嘅，作為一個成年人都唔可以咧，每個人都有自己嘅選擇嘅。不過如果佢真係見到小朋友係天分嘅，佢真係唔會想嘥咗佢，好可惜噶嘛。咁所以佢就當其時如果真係見到天分，佢唔會用個強迫嘅字，但係佢會鼓勵佢哋做呢一樣嘢。 咁啊，聽得出啦，真係一個非常之好嘅爸爸同埋好嘅老公啦。因為當我問佢咧，會唔會話即係俾啲細路仔學咁多嘢嘅時候咧，佢都話我一定要同我太太商量下先嘅咁。So Erwin, what great answer! The word encourage is actually so much better.
Right.
When you were a kid, when you were young, were you forced to learn anything or like piano?
Well, unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of money, so you just pretty much have to be creative. I learned sports, but I actually learned how to play soccer with just the regular shoes because I never had cleats or ball. When it comes to piano lessons, nothing. I mean, it's funny because my brother is a great, he plays drums and guitar. My sisters, they play guitar and keyboards. I myself, nothing in musical.
Oh, usually like Filipino.
Yes.
You all can sing.
I can't sing.
Oh, you can.
They said, okay, it's funny because every time I go to this Filipino restaurant, close to my work, she's like, hey, when are we doing karaoke? So I'm like, I don't do karaoke because I have a bad voice. I can't sing.
You actually have a very strong voice.
I do, but I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use it properly. I can't. That's why I can't sing.
Maybe you have to be forced.
Forced to learn. My father is actually a good singer, and my mother as well. My whole family, except for me, except for the three boys, can't sing.
You feel really bad right now, right?
Exactly.
Did I make you feel sad?
No, not at all. Not at all. I wish I know how to use my voice.
我問到啊，問到細細個有冇話俾人逼過做任何嘢，或者唔係做任何嘢，學任何嘢？佢話其實好可惜，因為佢屋企以前唔係好富有嘅，咁所以佢冇得話走去學琴又學呢即係啲咁嘅music 嘅 instrument 嘅，冇咁多錢，但係佢自己自娛咯。咁即係譬如學踢波啊，其實講真，而家踢波可能好講究，而家做任何嘢都可能第一時間就諗起要有一套好好嘅 gear 先至可以去做學一樣嘢，譬如滑雪要買一套好好嘅滑雪嘅工具，咁踢波要一對好好嘅踢波鞋，以前其實邊有嘅？佢都話啦，我咪就咁一對普通嘅鞋就去學識咗踢波啦咁樣。咁啊，音樂呢，佢話佢自己音樂係冇天分嘅，我話好少有個每一個菲律賓人上到嚟都係唱得之人嘅。佢話佢唔係，佢真係唔佢嘅家姐啊，佢嘅哥哥或者細佬，即係全部都係非常之好嘅，又識彈琴，一個識打鼓咁樣，但係佢唔識。咁我話你把聲好雄厚喎，佢話但係我唔識點樣用佢。咁我講笑咁講，可能你細個冇俾人逼過嚟用。咁佢話佢成家呢都真係佢爸爸媽媽都係唱歌係好好嘅，佢自己嘅即係屋企人咧，除咗佢自己之後咧，個把聲即係個都可以唱歌，係除咗佢自己咁樣。咁好有趣咧！我同佢講，我話唔係喎，即係個都真係唱得㗎喎。咁講佢話唔係啊，我同啲同事啊去卡拉 OK 啊，佢都即話一齊去卡拉 OK，佢都話唔好啦，我唔去啦，我係唔可以唱歌咁樣。So you can't sing,
unfortunately.
But you know what? When you said that you learn soccer just like with just the regular shoes. Honestly, back then, like not even. Like, we don't need to talk about like too many years ago. Like probably 10 or 20 years ago, when we learn things, we don't need to have any professional gears. Right. We just learn it first, and then if you're good, then you go get the gears.
Yes.
But and if you don't have money, you still don't need to get the gears. But then right now, did you notice that people would just you've learned this, get the gear first. Yeah, this is something interesting.
Being in North America, because all the resources are here and it's affordable, so it's almost like you kind of like you can get things first, or your gear first before trying things out.
Yeah. I don't know which way is actually correct, but then
exactly.
Yeah.
Like snowboarding, right?
Yeah, I was actually just mentioned that in Chinese. Yeah.
I bought the equipment first before trying it on. You know what I mean? So I kind of forced myself.
Why didn't you rent it first?
I did once, and then even though I didn't know how to do it, I still that's one thing, right? Because if I want it, I'm gonna learn it. So it's all about in the mindset, I guess. Because if you like something, if you enjoy doing it, I think it's better to start doing it right away and to commit to it. Because it's about commitment. Because once you commit to it, you're just gonna get better. Because you know that you're focused on getting better. So might as well commit now, which is of course gears, which is expensive. So you have to get it so that you can learn. Because it's hard. Snowboarding is really tough to learn, but you need perseverance and patience. Right?
Well,
you have to be you have to persevere because it's a lot of pain. Right? However, once you accomplish all of that, once you learn how to do it, oh man, it's a lot of fun. Would you agree?
I don't do snowboarding. I don't do skiing. Well, I tried. I rented them, then I didn't really like it. So I didn't even think about I have to I don't force myself. So well, I do not really to force myself. I do train myself.
Right.
Yeah. For example, jogging or running. You don't nobody can help you. This thing, I think nobody can really help you. Requires a lot of self-determination.
Right.
You will have to do it. You
Exactly.
have to do this. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not getting anything. After you finish that 5 kilometer, you're not getting anything. You just feel, oh, I made it. Yeah.
It's an accomplishment. You know
Yes, yes.
Because I mean, well, to accomplish 5 kilometers, that's big for some people. You know, because some people can't even do 2 kilometers. All right. And I think for me, the reason why I learned snowboarding because I hated winter before.
Oh,
I
that's
never
a good-
liked winter.
Yeah, that's a
so
good
now
one.
because of that, then I just start liking it, and I enjoyed winter now because before hated it.
Yes.
Coming from a hot country.
I know it's too cold here. Oh, but that's a good one. Yeah, I think it's a good thing too because you make yourself into a hobby that you can only do that during winter. That's a good one. 咁我就同你講話，頭先好似你咁講到你話即係學踢波咁就即係普普通通鞋咁樣學識咁啊，大家傾咗一個話題啦，題外話啦。咁但係都有趣，咁我都話其實即係而家啲人真係一定要學咗一樣嘢，即係買咗個 gear 先至去學一樣嘢。咁佢都話其實佢都有呢個經驗喎，佢真係snowboarding 即係滑雪啦。咁佢就玩，即係佢總之佢好想去滑雪，咁佢就自己買咗 snowboard 嗰啲咁嘅 gear， 咁先至去做滑雪。我話點解你唔租呢？佢租過一次，咁之後佢就覺得佢好想學識呢樣嘢，咁就決定自己俾錢就買咗一套嘅架撐咁樣啦，咁就去玩啦。咁有一樣嘢我覺得佢講得好啱嘅，即係佢覺得佢好想做一件事就要做得到啦。咁所以佢就覺得我一定要學識呢一個 snowboarding， 咁所以我就一定要買好晒所有嘢，真係工欲善其善必先利其器啦。即係我頭先都同佢講啦，呢樣嘢冇話真係啱定唔啱嘅，真係要買一套工具先至去學嘢啊，定係學識咗好叻先至買啲好啲嘅工具呢？冇話啱定唔啱嘅，只不過我都話有啲趨勢好似有少少本末倒置咗咁，即係對我自己，即係對一個要學嘢嘅人嚟講，咁佢都話冇話真係冇話咩啱定唔啱嘅，咁佢就話咁我買咗啲 snowboarding 嘅工具，咁啊而家學識咗啦，咁佢覺得好好玩啊，咁啊佢就話其實呢，佢以前好憎冬天嘅，其實點解佢想學識 snowboarding 就係因為佢好憎冬天，因為嚟自一個咁熱嘅地方嚟到太凍啦，咁而家學識咗 snowboarding 之後呢，佢就好期待冬天嘅來臨，即係變咗有陣時我都覺得你中意定唔中意其實係你自己選擇嚟嘅。如果你嚟到加拿大你真係覺得好悶，你根本就唔立心去 explore 下呢一個嘅國家有啲咩好處，咁又真係冇辦法。咁若凡事都係睇個人嘅啫。咁如果你真係有心去 explore 嘅，好似 Erwin 咁，為咗愛上冬天，咁咪學一學呢一個 snowboarding 咯。咁我真係覺得呢個唔錯。I like the idea that she said that. Yeah, I want to love the winter here, so you learn snowboarding.
Yes.
When you came here, which is like how many years ago? Less than not yet 20 years,
No,
right? Yeah,
not
not
yet.
yet 20 years.
18 years.
Yeah. How did you feel at that moment? Yeah, we still have some time, so let's talk about it because to the audience, Erwin and I, we actually have like some similarity because we came here about the same time,
Right.
about the same age too. So yeah, how did you feel? Did you feel so cold, so boring, or no?
Yeah.
We love it here.
Well, I came here on Valentine's Day.
Wow, so romantic.
we left Philippines Valentine's Day. We came here Valentine's Day as well because of that 12 hours difference. So when I came here, it was nighttime, right? After the immigration, I can remember it because it's so cold.
Yes.
Because
yes.
those days back in '97, the snow are actually deep. You know, like we get a lot of snow. So when that door opened the first time to come out, oh boy, we were like, I need another jacket. It was so cold. However, I was so excited about the snow because in the Philippines there's no snow. It's always hot, right?
Hong Kong there's no snow.
So first time I walked out that car, all I had to do is like open my mouth and stick my tongue out because I wanna taste the snow.
Oh, you're so romantic. I didn't do anything. I just want to rush to the car. You know what? Another similarity. I came here in February too.
Wow.
Not Valentine's Day, but February.
Wow.
Yeah.
We almost pretty much see each other at the airport.
Yes.
Right?
Oh no, I came here 1 year before.
Oh, 1 year before.
Yeah, 1 year
right.
before. Yeah.
So I mean, you know, but I really enjoyed it because you know it's my first experience during winter. However, years after that, it's like, you know what, this is too cold. You know what I mean? But your first year, your body's still adjusting, so it's still warm. It's not too cold yet. Because I remember I didn't feel any regret of you know, I didn't feel any bad memories when it comes to cold. However, as the time that we lived here, it became really cold. And that's when I enjoy the fact I mean, I'm actually excited to see the first snowfall. However, after that I just don't like it. You know what I mean? However, that's when I start thinking I'm like, hey, I need to have a hobby or something that I could really enjoy this weather. Because
and that's when you started learning the snowboarding?
Yes.
Oh, well, that was like many years ago.
First snowboarding was grade 12 at Lake Ridge, because of course I went to a high school here, and we had a school trip, and we went to Lake Ridge, and that was a great experience. It was hard, but it was my first time really doing winter activity. Because I just pretty much stayed at home and played video games during winter because I didn't know. You know, and of course tobogganing. That's another thing. But snowboarding was the time that really helped me enjoy the winter and make me look forward to it instead of regretting.
I like this like your positive thinking. It's like, well, I just mentioned that in Chinese too. It's like it's basically your choice if you want to be happy or not.
It's about attitude.
Yeah.
Right?
If you want to love this country, then explore something to make yourself love this country.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone from Asia, when we moved to here, it's too cold. like wintertime, what to do?
Exactly. It's so true.
Yeah. Well, I found myself but then during winter just do reading. Like I love reading, then just do reading. Snowboarding is not really my hobby, but yeah, that's actually a good attitude. I like it.
Thank you.
咁我同Aaron 就講開咧，哇，仲有少少時間講少少題外話，因為頭先佢話佢嚟到加拿大真係好凍咁，所以就學 snowboarding。佢嚟到加拿大嗰個經驗係點呢？佢話其實佢一嚟到真係覺得97年嚟到，因為我同佢好多相似嘅地方嘅，差唔多時候嚟到嘅。佢97年嚟到，96年嚟到，咁即係個時間就差唔多。即當其時嘅冬天啲雪真係唔知點解好似，又唔知係咪我哋啱啱初到貴境呢，啲雪好似厚好多咁嘅。咁佢話一開門見到啲雪，簡直係呆咗。但係佢話因為係第一次見到雪嘅，所以佢話第一時間真係伸條脷出嚟感受下即係雪係點樣嘅。佢話第一年真係冇乜特別啦，即係覺得又幾好啊，又開始漸漸咁樣去適應咧，咁又唔覺得話太凍。第二年開始真係覺得好凍同埋好枯燥咁樣啦，咁所以就係因為咁，佢就話佢好想愛上呢個地方，咁點算呢？就係學 snowboarding 啦。每個人真係開心同唔開心真係自己選擇嚟嘅。如果你真係一個人堅決係要快活嘅話，咁其實呢，佢就會快活㗎。一個人堅決係要唔開心，佢要轉呢個牛角尖嘅話，咁都真係冇辦法，係咪？咁啊真係希望每個人都好開心啦。聽我節目亦都希望呢個節目可以帶給你哋嘅快樂。咁啊時間就差唔多啦，我哋不如休息一陣先啦。咁啊再一次多謝 Aaron 上到嚟同我哋傾偈。Thank you so much, Aaron. Thank you for coming back again, and I hope you will have a great life with your kids.
Thank you.
And I'm sure very soon you will teach them the snowboarding.
Yes, I would.
Won't force them.
No,
but encourage them.
That's right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
好啦，而家休息一陣先，廣告翻嚟有第二個專訪送俾大家，唔好行開啊！
I reach for you. true love, or am I dreaming? How can I, each time I try to say goodbye, you were there, you looked my way, I touched the sky. We can share tomorrow and forevermore. I'll be there to love you so. You are my soul. I know for sure that we were meant to fall in love. I look in your eyes, I know what you're thinking of. I try not to say the words that might just scare you away. I know down inside you're mine, and now you're true love. Please no more dreaming. How can I, each time I try, you say goodbye. You were there, you look my way, I touch the sky. We can share tomorrow and forevermore. I'll be there to love you so. You are my soul. We can last until forever. And I know that we can make it through. With you in my heart and my soul, you're my life, you're my soul. You are my soul. We can share tomorrow and forevermore. I'll be there to love you so. You are my soul.
大家好，歡迎翻返嚟華語電台 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓。今個禮拜呢，因為呢就嚟到中秋節啦，咁所以呢，我就同一位嘅嘉賓傾開偈嘅時候，先至發現我哋中國人嘅中秋節啦，咁我哋大家都知道點慶祝啦。原來菲律賓人都會慶祝中秋節嘅喎，咁我就真係第一次聽，咁所以呢，我就急不及待咁去邀請咗呢位嘉賓上嚟同我哋講講中秋節啦。呢位嘉賓嘅名字咧叫做 Jennifer C， 咁我哋不如咧同佢傾一傾，究竟菲律賓人係點樣慶祝中秋節嘅咧？ Good evening, everybody. This is Jeanette. Your favorite show it's on air now. The CCR Cultural Trends of the Philippines. Thank you for listening to my show, and I have a special guest here today. Today, we are going to talk about the Moon Festival. The reason that I have this guest here, because she is the one who told me Filipinos celebrate the Moon Festival as well. Great! I would want to know how are they celebrating the Moon Festival. So let's welcome my guest, Jennifer C. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Janet.
Hi. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
Let's introduce yourself to the audience first.
Yes. My name is Jennifer C., and I've been in Canada for about 27 years. Yes, I'm the president of the Federation of Philippine Chinese in Ontario. Most of us grew up in Philippines, but we have Chinese blood in us, which is from Fujian, China, right? So that's why our association here, we do tradition like both Filipinos and Chinese.
咁我就訪問呢位嘉賓咧，佢就叫做 Jennifer 啦。咁佢就話佢嚟咗加拿大27年嘅啦。咁佢係一個嘅菲律賓同埋中國，即係其實佢哋英文就叫做 Filipino Chinese 嘅一個 organisation 嘅主席嚟嘅。咁佢自己都係有中國嘅血統嘅，但係佢就同我解釋咧，通常喺菲律賓度咧，中國嘅血統其實通常都係福建人嚟嘅。咁佢哋個組織咧就當然係好多即係菲律賓同埋中國人啦，即係 Filipino Chinese 啦。咁佢哋全部都係有中國嘅血統嘅。Okay, no wonder. So Filipino Chinese, and that's why you will have a Chinese festival. I mean, like, should I say that it's Chinese festival? I said it like we own this festival. I mean, the Moon Festival. The Moon Festival. Is it because only the Chinese Filipino will celebrate the Moon Festival, or basically the Philippines do celebrate the Moon Festival?
Basically, the Filipino Chinese celebrate the Moon Festival, but we also invite the Filipino friends to join and introduce that tradition.
咁我就問到Jennifer 其實係點樣即係呢個 Moon Festival， 即係我哋中秋啦。頭先我都同佢講笑咁講，我講咗呢個係中國人嘅節日。咁其實佢都話菲律賓人都會慶祝啦。咁點樣？咁我就更正啦。其實我哋講緊呢個嘅節日呢，就係大家嘅中秋節。咁其實係真係淨係有即係 Filipino Chinese 啦，即係有中國血統嘅菲律賓人啦，先至會慶祝啊？定係其實所有菲律賓人都會慶祝嘅咧？咁佢就話其實就係有呢個中國血統嘅菲律賓人咧，就慶祝呢個中秋嘅。咁但係佢哋會咧邀請咧菲律賓人咧一齊去參加嘅。So Moon Festival, what do you do?
Okay, so what we do is every full moon, which usually in September, right? End of September to October. I think this year it's September 27, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Yes. So the full moon, what we do is we gather friends and families with kids, like the whole family. We play what we call dice game.
Dice game.
So
Okay.
it's a 6 dice that you roll on a ball, and the more number 4 you get, the higher the price you get.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a fun game for, everybody.
We won't have this number 4 thing in Chinese.
I know. I was surprised because that's the tradition. So the higher, if you get 1-4, you get the lowest price. So there's a 6 stages of the price, right? So the 6th price is the lowest, and then the first is the highest, which is 4 fours, and then higher numbers, whichever higher number you get.
I see. So it's like 6 dices, and how do you do? Like everyone get only one chance?
So it goes around the table. So in the table, we probably assign maybe 10 people or 20 people, and there are gifts. It goes from so the first prize is 1 prize only, and then it goes to second prize, third prize, fourth, and up to 6th prize.
But I mean, everyone only get one chance to roll
Yeah.
the dice.
No, it goes around until you finish all the prizes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow! So each round you have like
Each round you have a chance to win one of the prizes. Yes. And then, when it goes around, say for example, you get 4 fours and then a dice of 6 and 1, right? So that's 4 plus 7. And then if I roll another 4, I got 4, and then I get 6 and 5, then my score is higher.
Oh, I
Yes,
see.
so you compete with
So
the
it's like
highest
like
scoring.
playing cards. Okay.
Right.
And each round, whoever get the most points, then you will get the prize.
No, you roll the dice. If you get 1-4, you get the lowest prize.
The lowest prize.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then it goes to the next person, and the next person rolled the dice, and he got 3 fours, and then he got a better prize.
yeah, but I mean, if you have to wait till everyone.
Yes, yeah, it goes around the table, and then until your turn again. So it goes around the table.
Okay. Will each person get a prize eventually?
If you don't have fours,
Oh,
you lose it.
I'm really
Then you have to wait
surprised.
for another round.
I'm really surprised at number 4.
Exactly. Now that you said it, I was like, yes. Why is it 4? But that's how we play it.
咁啊，原來咧我就問阿 Jennifer，究竟中秋佢哋係點樣慶祝嘅咧？會做啲乜嘢？原來佢哋玩一個遊戲喎。嗱，我哋咧就係玩呢個猜燈謎啦嚇。佢哋玩咧一個擲色嘅遊戲。佢話每 group 咧一張台可能10至20個人咁啦，佢哋就每人有6粒色。咁啊點玩咧？每人擲色啦，擲得最多 number 係4嗰個咧，就其實贏得最多嘅。咁我就好好奇嘅，真係，點解會係4嘅咧？我哋中國人好少會個 number 係4嘅喎。佢話你講完之後，我都覺得有啲 surprise 喎，係咯，點解我哋會揀4咧？不過我哋真係玩咗咁耐都係咁玩嘅。咁啊唔好理啦，咁啊傳統就係咁啦。咁啊擲色擲得最多4咧，嗰個就贏。若果咧擲色大家都係擲到4個4咁先算啦。咁另外嗰2粒咧就睇下邊一個點數大啲就贏啦。即係好似玩呢一個嘅華士啤咁啊，真係。咁啊佢話每一個 round 咁計嘅，一個 round 擲完，總之邊一個最多 number 係4咧，咁就贏㗎啦嗰個。每一個 round 咧，若果你都有4咧，你都有份獎品嘅。當然最多4係最多獎品啦。但係如果你個 round 係冇4嘅話咧，你就會冇獎品啦。This is actually very interesting. How long usually? How many rounds will you play?
Usually it lasts for about an hour and a half. Yeah.
通常
Because when the prize is gone, then that's when we stop. And then everybody compete with the first prize.
佢話通常咧就玩1個鐘頭至2個鐘啦，其實就玩到啲禮物完咗就完㗎啦，咁就通常係玩1至2個鐘頭嘅。It's funny because we don't have anything similar with this game for the Moon Festival. We do have our own game, which is to translate to English is something like we have a message of words. Then you will have to guess what these means in maybe there is a specific phrase in Chinese. So what's that means? So this is our game. But yeah, the dice games
I see.
so different. I
Very
mean,
different.
I was thinking at least something similar to us. Okay, no, nothing.
It's not, right? Yes, I grew up with this, and we every year our association organize the Moon Festival. We call it Dice Game, right? To pass it on to our children, because I grew up with this dice game.
So you are hosting an event every year.
Yes, this year we're hosting it on October 4th. Supposed to be the 27th, but this year it's a week after.
October 4th. So is it a free event?
No, it's in the Chinese all you can eat. We eat first, you know.
Oh, that's the
Filipino
game.
love eating, right? So there's not an event without eating. So it's not an event if we don't have food. So we're celebrating it in all you can eat Japanese. So
Japanese.
Yes. Yes. So we eat first, and then after we eat, we organize a table, and we usually have 6 tables of about 15 to 20 players, and we have moderators in each table. So it's a lot of fun.
Yes, and it's always good to pass on the tradition.
Yes.
To the next generation.
Exactly.
不過問到 Jennifer 啦，佢哋個協會咧，其實就有每一年都會做呢一個嘅慶祝活動，每一年嘅活動就係玩呢一個嘅 game 㗎啦。咁佢今年就係10月4號，咁佢哋我問佢其實係點樣慶祝嘅咧，即係點樣做？原來佢哋就其實咧係大家食完嘢先，佢就最緊要食啊嘛，菲律賓人食完嘢先至開始玩呢個 game。咁佢話佢哋今年咧就會10月4號喺食完呢個飲食，但係佢係揀咗食日本飲食先嘅，佢話我哋都笑。咁但係個 setting 好啱嘅，講真，如果佢話會有咁多個人，如果日本飲食完之後拎走晒啲嘢食，就 set 佢話通常6圍台啦，6張台，咁就入邊有10至12個人咁樣就一齊喺度玩呢個 game 啦，咁樣。咁將呢一個嘅傳統 pass on 去下一代，永遠都係我哋非常之支持嘅一件事嚟嘅。Hey Jennifer, what about some other traditions for the Moon Festival? Like for us, we have the moon cake. Do you have that too?
Yes, we do. Actually, we call our dice game, it's moon cake festival because of the moon cake. You know, the beans, right, and stuff. But because of the game, we sometimes they correct. It's not moon cake. We're not celebrating the moon cake. We're celebrating the moon, right? The round being round, right? But yes, it's sometimes our grand prize. Sometimes, or one of the prizes will be the moon cake. Yes.
咁我問阿張麗凡，我哋中秋節有月餅嘅，咁佢哋會唔會有呢？佢話有㗎，都有月餅嘅，所以佢哋其實以前好多時就叫呢個節日就叫做 Moon Cake Festival 月餅節。佢話之後就俾人 correct 啦，唔可以咁叫，因為我哋其實唔係為呢個月餅呢個食物去做一個節日啊嘛，我哋係因為想慶呢個月團圓啊嘛，圓月啊嘛，咁所以就記住拎走咗係 Moon Festival。佢話佢哋有嘅，同埋佢哋通常咧呢一個嘅dice games 即係佢哋擲色個遊戲咧，贏咗其中一份嘅獎品咧，都會係呢個月餅嚟嘅。For the moon cake, is it the same as our Chinese one? Like
Yes.
how does so same thing?
Back home, we used to have just the beans, right? With the yolk, the egg yolk, right? But now there's so many varieties. So and
same
we
here.
also and we also one of the tradition for Moon Festival is the rice cake, right?
The rice cake
Yeah,
for the Moon Festival?
You know, the rice cake, you slice it, and then you dip it in not the cake itself, but it's a rice flour made of rice flour cake. You slice it and you dip it in egg, and then you fry it.
Oh, we do that in Moon Festival.
You don't do that.
Yeah,
That's what we
we
do.
don't-
That's another famous one for us.
We do that in Chinese New Year. So that rice cake, is that sweet or?
It's sweet.
It's sweet, right? Yeah, we do that too. We do the
Oh,
rice.
yes, in Chinese New Year as well.
Yes.
Yeah, but
we do that in Chinese New Year, but not in Moon
or
Festival.
not in maybe it's in Chinese, but it's also common for us. Yeah.
Oh, for us, we always do the moon cake, that's for sure, and we do the lantern. Do you-
Yes, we do lantern too.
As,
yes,
as well?
we do lantern.
Okay,
Yes.
so even right now, like the kids you will still get them the lantern.
Yeah, we we have lantern making there, or we buy it and then they decorate. That's what we do.
Like a competition.
But you're right. The rice cake, I believe in Chinese. I think I got mixed up. Yeah, it's a Chinese New Year. We also celebrate Chinese New Year.
Oh yes, we actually just we actually just had a section cover that with the guests, like a short, not a full coverage, but then we were talking about the Chinese New Year,
Right.
but he's not Chinese Filipino. It's just that he actually because his wife is actually Chinese, so yeah, I came across with the wrap pocket and everything. So
Yes,
Chinese Filipino, do you do wrap pocket in?
Yes,
in
we do.
Oh
Yeah,
okay.
we do.
Okay,
We do.
that's great. Let me translate this to
Yes,
the audience first. 我問佢月餅係咪一樣？佢話其實一樣啊，都係又係呢啲譬如蓮蓉啊，同埋有啲個嘅蛋黃啊咁嘅。但係而家咧就越嚟越多味道，我哋都係啦嚇，冰皮又有，咩月餅都有咁。咁佢就話呢一個嘅中秋咧，咁佢就提咗佢話佢哋會煎好似年糕咁嘅嘢，但係我哋傾下，佢就話唔係喎，可能其實唔係中秋慶祝用呢個年糕，應該係記錯咗，係應該農曆新年就會煎年糕。我話因為我哋就唔會煎年糕，我哋一定有月餅，同埋我哋會有燈籠。佢話係，佢都會燈籠嘅，咁佢又會叫啲細路仔自己整燈籠啊，亦都有陣時會買啲燈籠俾佢哋咁嘅。中秋仲有咩做呢？有一個水果，我哋就叫做呢個嘅沙田柚啊，咁啊唔知佢哋有冇呢？ For the moon cake moon festival, I got influenced by you. Moon cake
That's
festival,
right.
moon festival. We also have a fruit, a really big version of grapefruit. Do you have that too?
That one no, not so much. It's basically more the moon cake and the dice game and the lantern.
And the lantern.
Yeah.
Okay. And basically everyone just get together,
Yes.
eat, and like eat something. Do you also eat a lechon on the moon cake?
No, no.
Moon festival? Oh, it's
I
actually
know
now in my mind. Moon cake festival. Moon festival.
No lechon, no
No lechon. Oh, okay.
Not
I
on
thought.
Moon Festival.
Oh, I thought that has to be in every like festival because every time when I interview the guests,
Filipinos,
lechon,
Yeah,
all the
have
time.
you tasted one?
No, not we actually have something similar.
The
but
roasted, right?
yeah,
Yes.
but it's I know that you actually roasted it in a different way, like
Yes.
using a bamboo,
Right,
and so
charcoal.
it's actually different.
Yes,
But
yes. Mm-hmm.
the idea is actually the same. We do that too, and I like it too. But honestly, we don't do the Chinese version of lechon on like any festival. We only did it maybe like on weddings or like a big festival. Like for example, if someone have a like grand opening, someone will, oh yeah, this is a good sign.
Right, right.
It's a good symbol. If you have that, you will have a good business, something like this. But it's not like I heard that almost every celebration there will be a lechon.
Yes, even birthdays,
Yeah.
even from home. Yeah, it's
And
true.
no, we don't have that such a big family to eat the whole lechon. 我問到仲有冇啲咩我哋有個沙田友，佢話佢冇嘅，佢哋就最主要就係呢一個嘅月餅啦，同埋呢一個嘅燈籠。我問佢有冇立春咧，即係佢哋嘅燒豬咧。原來呢一個嘅中秋節咧，佢哋咧就冇呢一個嘅立春啦。佢話真係嘅大部分嘅節日都會有立春出現，但係咧呢一個嘅中秋咧就唔會有呢個嘅立春。What about like the idea of this moon festival? Because for us Chinese, we see this full moon. It's it's like a symbol to have the whole family gather together. So the Chinese actually like we see this festival very very important. Everyone gotta come back home for dinner. Back in like old days, even if you are not in the same town, you're supposed to like come back together. This is very important as Chinese New Year. Yeah.
I think it's the same for us because it's one of the main tradition that we always carry over and pass on to our children. So it's something that everybody gets excited about,
Yeah.
especially with the game, winning the first prize, and as you roll the dice, the kids like roll 6 dice and then throw it in the bowl. Yeah, and then they're waiting to see more 4s there because the more 4s you get, the higher the price is. Yeah, so that's excitement, and it's celebrated with the whole family and friends. Yeah.
And honestly, for us as when I was a kid, for Moon Festival, we actually loved the lantern. In the past, it's actually the candles and the paper, that kind of lantern. Right now, it's like actually like electric lantern.
It's
So
true. Now
it's
it's
actually
like
so different.
Yes, and it's something easy you pick up in the store, and then you use that instead
Yeah.
of making it from
Yeah,
scratch, right?
exactly. And the one that we play when I was a kid, we put a candle, and we actually have another game. It's actually not a game. We cannot do this anymore because it's too dangerous. Because the lantern, we have to put a candle. So we usually during the Moon Festival we have so many candles. We just put a lot of candles in the park. So romantic, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
romantic. So, but we are just kids. So we gather together. Just just put a lot of candles in the park. Eventually, we just put all the candles in the tin of the moon cake. We put everything there. So eventually, it will be a big fire.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Honestly, it's just fire. For some reason, we don't know why kids get so excited and so happy. Oh, fire! And then
Sounds like fun.
all the fire, and then at the end, we would just cover the tin with the original lid, and we
Right.
just cover it, and then the fire would just comes off. But then I don't know how many years ago, because it's too dangerous. Especially we are just kids. I mean,
Right.
this is more like this is not even a tradition. This is just something that maybe one day a kid out of the blue they were just playing like this, and then we saw this, so we all played like this together.
And it
This is
becomes,
not like a tradition, but then we started it, but then it's too dangerous because fire. I mean, like all
Oh.
kids, especially right now, like so many like concern about safety concern. So right now we can't play this anymore, even like in Hong Kong. So we can't play this anymore. But then you brought us all the memories.
Those were the days,
Yeah.
right? It was fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was fun. Thank you so for bringing me back to that time.
Well, I'm getting excited. Listening to you, I'm getting excited.
Yeah, it's actually good to let my Filipino audience know
Yes.
too. Like this is how us Chinese
That's
just
right.
to celebrate the Moon Festival back like in the old days. 咁啊，同大家分享一下啦。咁我就又就同Jennifer 講開喎，因為我哋嗰啲慶祝活動咧，其實差唔多嘅。咁佢哋咧玩呢一個嘅燈籠一樣，又係以前係用紙做嘅燈籠啊，咁啊用啲蠟燭啊，而家就全部都係用係咯電嘅燈籠啦。咁已經感覺上已經好似冇咁好玩咁噶啦，已經。咁我同佢啱啱分享咗一樣嘢，佢哋就係冇呢樣嘢噶啦，就係我話我哋以前咧其實玩一樣嘢咧就係我哋煲蠟啊。咁你知以前就係用蠟燭咁樣去點呢個嘅燈籠，咁啊橫掂都要好多又有火機又有蠟燭咁啊，一點咗一支蠟燭就係咁傳咁啊鋪到成個公園都係燈籠，哇好靚好浪漫，而家諗翻好 sweet 嘅一件事。咁然之後以前我哋細路仔就會煲蠟咯，最後咪將啲蠟燭抌晒落個月餅個盒嗰度，跟住哇喺度睇啲火，其實火嚟嘅啫喎，唔知點解我哋啲細路仔咁開心嘅啦嚇，望住啲火好似好開心咁，跟住完嘅時候又吸翻個蓋咁啊熄嗰啲火。咁而家危險啦，所以而家冇得玩啦。咁但係以前我哋嘅慶祝活動就係咁原始咁高興，而家細路仔慶祝就唔敢俾佢玩火啦。咁就玩呢個嘅電燈籠，個意義仲喺度。我哋永遠都係喜歡咧，將我哋嘅傳統咧一代咁接一代咁樣傳落去嘅。咁啊，希望大家咧呢一個嘅中秋節嚟緊嘅中秋節咧，就即係玩多啲啦，食月餅咧又開開心心啦。咁啊，團團圓圓人月兩團圓啦。好似我同阿 Jennifer 都係咁講噶啦，我哋中秋節最主要嗰個 meaning 就係咩咧？就係呢一個人月兩團圓。佢都話睇菲律賓呢一個嘅 message 咧，都應該係差唔多噶啦。月亮圓咁圓，咁啊大家都係一齊一家人聚埋一齊，開開心心。咁啊，今日時間差唔多啦，咁非常之多謝 Jennifer 咧，特登上到嚟同我哋分享呢一個菲律賓人點樣去到慶祝呢一個嘅中秋。Thank you so much for coming, Jennifer.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you,
It's a
and
lot of fun.
I hope you have a wonderful Moon Festival.
Thank you. I can send you some pictures.
Oh, great! Yes, with the dice games.
Exactly.
Yes, be sure. Yes, tag me.
If I win the grand prize, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Okay, let's take a break, and after that, we have more interviews for you. 好，休息一陣先，廣告翻嚟有第二個環節送俾大家。
I know that when you look at me with the dice someone that you just don't see, honey, you won't always take the time. I know in my heart you find. Oh, girls, sometimes we so strong. Can't you see the hurt of me? I feel so all alone. I wanna run to you. I wanna run to you. Won't you hold me in your arms and give me a sip of love? I wanna run to you. But if I come to you, stay. Will you stay? Will you run No!
歡迎翻返嚟華語電台 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓。我上咧仍然喺度咧同大家主持呢一個菲律賓嘅節目嘅。咁啊，上次咧Mary Sue 咧佢就上到嚟同我哋咧傾過，佢做咗呢一個嘅選美活動，即係 Miss Caregiver 嘅呢一個嘅冠軍之後啊，有啲乜嘢嘅活動參與過啊，同埋咧同我哋講過佢而家嘅工作咧係做啲乜嘢啊。咁其實咧都知道好多，原來喺菲律賓度佢哋作為一個護理人員呢，喺佢哋呢個嘅 community 呢，原來都有佢哋自己嘅radio 啦，有好多唔同嘅資訊呢，我哋自己唔知嘅，佢哋呢亦都會幫呢聽眾呢去解答呢啲咁嘅疑問嘅。咁我哋亦都傾過咧，關於佢嚟自嘅地方啦，佢係嚟自呂宋嘅。咁因為時間真係唔夠，所以咧特登咧就要同阿 Mary Sue 咧繼續咧開多一個嘅訪問咧，同佢繼續講多啲關於菲律賓嘅嘢啦。Hey Mary Sue, thank you for coming back again.
It's always a pleasure.
I remember that we talked about like where you're from, and you were from the Philippines, Luzon,
Yes.
and what you like there is like there's no pressure.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the best things that we can have. I mean, from
know.
anywhere.
Yes.
When you say no pressure, like is there any place in the Philippines that gives you this feeling, a particular place that you like a lot?
That I like a lot. I haven't been to this place, but I've seen a lot of pictures of it, which is the Boracay.
Oh
The resort. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. I guess I would want to go there someday soon. Yeah.
Boracay. Yeah, we covered that, and you know what? And like almost all the guests, when I asked about what's your favorite place, they might not say Boracay, but for sure it's like
The water.
The beach.
The beach.
the beach. Oh, I love the beach too.
Yeah, because I think it's the most famous tourist spot in the Philippines these days. It's the Boracay and the Palawan. Palawan is a nice too. It's just a little island, but it's surrounded with water, so it's really nice too.
Oh, everywhere is surrounded with
Yeah, yeah, and fresh seafoods. Oh, that's what I really miss
Food.
in the Philippines. Yes.
You know what? Before I ask what's your favorite food, let me translate to the audience first.
Sure.
我問到Mary Sue 佢好中意菲律賓嘅乜嘢地方呢？佢話佢最中意就係長灘島，就係Boracay。佢其實好多菲律賓嘅嘉賓都會好中意呢個地方嘅。呢個地方其實每一個遊客啊，都應該會好中意啦，因為係一個好靚嘅沙灘。睇啲相呢，都已經好想即刻去噶啦。阿 Mary Sue 就話佢嗰個地方真係好靚嘅。但係佢自己都未去過嘅喎，但係佢好想去，就係因為好似我咁睇啲相啦。另外呢，就係佢話呢一個嘅菲律賓呢，因為俾海包住噶嘛，佢好中意菲律賓嘅呢個海鮮啊。講到嘢食就真係呢個 topic 真係講唔完嘅。問一問呢個海鮮先。Mary Sue, yes. Food is always a good topic. I mean, seafood in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Look, what's your favorite seafood in the Philippines?
What's my favorite seafoods in the Philippines? I like the mussels. I really like that.
Is it like the price is really good in the Philippines?
It's kind of expensive these days, but it's fresh. It's worth it.
About how much is that?
I have no idea.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, I'm just craving for it. But everything, I heard that everything went up. So it's probably,
That's okay.
but it's like what I said, it's worth it.
我問到 Mary Sue 佢最中意嘅海鮮喺菲律賓係乜嘢？佢話佢中意青口喎。我話哇，青口，我話係咪好貴嘅咧？喺菲律賓度，佢話而家貴咗噶啦，而家真係唔知幾多錢啦。佢都話佢都好耐冇翻過去啦，都成10年啦差唔多。咁佢話以前佢真係覺得好值得嘅，因為就算喺菲律賓佢青口咧比其他嘅海鮮都係貴少少，但係佢係值得嘅，因為真係好新鮮嘅。Besides seafood。If I ask you the food that you miss the most from the Philippines, what would that be?
It's actually, this is a seagrass.
The seagrass?
That we can, I haven't seen in Canada. I don't know how it's called in English.
Can you describe it?
It's a green with tiny round thing that has liquid inside.
Oh, liquid inside. Is that sweet or?
It's a little salty, but that's what I missed. And there's this. I'm not sure if this is fish egg because I was like I can't remember what it is, but it's also from the ocean. It's like a noodle with different colors. It's like rainbow.
Oh, so you mean it's the same food or a different food?
It's a different one.
Oh.
That one and the green with the it's like it's like grapes. But
like
they're
that
tiny.
small?
No, it's smaller, like tiny, like the. It's actually as small as the green bean.
I
Those
love
tiny, tiny round. And yeah, they're in clusters like the grapes, and that we eat that from
that. How do you eat it? Is it for
with
dessert?
tomato. It's like a salad.
Oh, it's
We
like a
make it-
salad?
Yes.
Oh, that's called seagrass.
Yeah, it's one of the seagrass
Oh,
or weeds
and usually you put it like mix it with a salad.
with the salad. Yeah.
It's interesting. I have no
Yeah,
one
we
has
haven't-
ever
we
have a
don't
cup
see
of that.
yeah we don't see it here. I don't see it here. So they have this one, the seaweed here, but
Yeah.
the dry one, right? You may that's not the same. So that's what I really miss in the Philippines. From the Philippines.
我問啊，Mary Sue 佢喺菲律賓咁多嘢食嚟講，佢最掛住嘅嘢食係咩咧？佢講咗樣嘢食咧，呢度佢話呢度係冇嘅，我亦都冇任何嘉賓講過嘅。佢話叫 seagrass 啦，佢唔知英文點樣去形容佢，但係佢哋係叫佢 seagrass 嘅，係綠色嘅，好細粒，但係入邊有啲餡嘅，而嗰樣嘢係鹹地嘅。咁問佢點樣整，即係點樣食嘅咧？原來佢就通常撈埋啲沙律一齊食嘅，咁又係一樣菲律賓特有嘅一啲嘢食，但係佢呢度冇，所以呢度最掛住就係即係喺菲律賓最掛住嘅嘢食就係呢一樣嘢啦。What about something that is also available here, the food, but then you think besides seafood, we can't talk about seafood because well, there's no ocean here. But, what about something that is also available here, but you think when you were in the Philippines, it's so much better.
I think it's the vegetables.
Oh yeah,
Because in the
I'm surprised.
Philippines, and you can like these kinds of vegetables, like whatever we have in the Philippines, you can find them in the Chinese store. So, as you can see, there's a lot of Filipinos that going to the Chinese store because Chinese store carries like Asian products, right?
Yep.
Mostly Asian products. So, I don't miss that much. As much as the seafoods, right? Because we can get it from the Chinese store, but still, it's the one in the Philippines is better because you can just pick it up from your backyard. you have them in your backyard, so it's really fresh. And they also they are also imported, like from the Philippines, but they come in frozen, so that's totally different from fresh.
That's surprised me. I didn't expect it's like a vegetable.
Yeah, everything is available.
我問
In frozen.
Mary Sue 咧，佢有啲乜嘢嘢食呢一度都有嘅，但係喺菲律賓咧就好味好多嘅。佢竟然答我係蔬果蔬菜嘅。佢話因為菲律賓咧啲嘢好新鮮嘅，新鮮到你真係可以喺自己個 backyard 度咧即刻拔出嚟就食得㗎啦。佢話係新鮮好多，所以佢呢樣嘢咧呢一度 supermarket 都有，但係佢喺呢個菲律賓咧食過嘅蔬菜咧就好味好多啦。And Mary Sue, when you mentioned about that you can actually just pick something from your backyard and just have it right away.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, most of the people they live in like houses or condos.
Yes, mostly houses. In the
Mostly.
provinces, houses. Yes.
And usually, how big is a house? In
Or you
the
can
Philippines?
build as big as you want.
Oh.
As long as you own the land, the lot. So you can build there's no limitation. You have money, yeah.
Wow.
You can build a palace if you want to. And I haven't been to the Philippines, but I've seen some pictures in Facebook, like the neighborhood, and I was really, really surprised. Oh my God, these people, they built palaces.
Palaces.
Yeah.
It's like, but where you from? Like, I mean, like when you were in the
province,
Philippines, when you
yeah.
were in the Philippines. So it's usually like a 2 stories.
Yeah, 2 stories.
Two
Most
stories.
of the time, it's 2 stories. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and bungalow too.
And
Yeah.
oh, okay.
A lot of people has bungalows.
And I know that most of the Philippines say you guys prefer to live with the family, like a big family.
Yeah, it's
that-
in the, like it's normal in our culture.
And that's why you need a bigger place. That's why you need a bigger place. For the Filipino culture, I know like big family, but when you are, how many siblings do you have?
Well, my mom has remarried because when my dad passed away, so we were 3, and then my mom remarried and they have 2, so we're 5.
Five of them. You each of you have your own room.
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if you have 2 stories, that's big enough. I mean,
Yeah.
because I'm from Hong Kong, we actually don't have like
I
it's not
know.
normal. It's not common to have a
Yeah.
house. Basically, just a condo, like 400
I've been to
square
Hong
feet.
Kong also. I work as a nanny in Hong Kong for 5 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's
So-
we will talk about your feeling about Hong Kong and Hong Kong people after.
Yes.
Let me translate to the audience
Sure.
first. 我問到，因為Mary Sue 佢講過話喺 back 度都可以攞到啲嘢食，咁我就好奇問下，其實喺菲律賓度居住，即係通常啲人係住屋啊，定係住 condo 咧？原來喺菲律賓咧，佢話通常喺呢一個嘅 province 度住咧，通常都係住屋嘅。我話可以幾大度呢？佢話你有錢嘅話起幾大都得，只要你呢一個地係你嘅，咁你有錢起幾大都得嘅，冇話啲咩 average 幾大嘅。咁當然啦，有錢什麼都得嘅。咁佢就話通常都2層嘅。咁佢以前呢，就係同有5兄弟姊妹一齊住嘅。咁我話哇，屋係咪好大，大到可以每個人有間房？咁又不至於。咁我同佢閒聊啦，因為我喺香港嚟嘅，通常喺香港就唔會有自己一家 house 嘅，通常都係一個400尺嘅單位，一家4口喺入邊住咁。佢話哦，原來佢喺香港咧做過5年嘅。咁就問一問啦，一位菲律賓嘅女士喺香港做過5年嘢，咁對香港人有啲咩嘢嘅，即係香港有咩睇法呢？ And you said you have worked in Hong Kong for like 5 years?
5 years, yeah, before I came to Canada.
Right
I crossed
before.
country. Yeah, I crossed from Hong Kong to here.
What do you think about Hong Kong?
Hong Kong is a nice place. Like I've been to. I remember being in Saigon.
Oh, you worked in Saigon?
No, I work in Taipo. But my employers took me to Saigon for a dinner actually before I came to Canada because they told me that you have to eat fresh seafoods now because you cannot find this in Canada.
Yes, that's true. That's true. How is that compared with the Philippines seafood?
I think it's the same.
Because it's from the ocean.
Yes, it's fresh.
咁我問到 Mary Sue 佢喺香港覺得香港點啊？佢話香港係一個非常之好嘅地方。佢當其時咧，佢嘅僱主咧知道佢要嚟加拿大咧，就帶咗去西貢呢個地方食咗海鮮。佢話哇，同啲海鮮同菲律賓有得比啊！Yes, about Saigon. You know what? I'm sure I've been there, but not recently for sure. So I actually don't really remember how Saigon. Like how is it? Can you describe it?
How is the
Saigon.
Saigon?
Yeah. Why do you have such kind of like big impression?
It's a mountainous area. It's a mountainous area. You know, it's green and the water is beside, and there are like small restaurants beside the water where they can, where they catch the fish and then they cook it right away for you and serve it. And well, you're just making me hungry.
問到 Mary 燒佢點解覺得西貢咁有印象咁深刻啦？原來佢話因為嗰度好靚，好綠色，好多綠色嘅嘢。咁當其時咧，佢就印象非常之深刻。咁啊，所以佢去到西貢嘅時候咧，佢記得嘅嘢咧，即印象就非常之深刻，就係因為好多好多海水同埋好多好多綠色嘅植物。Because you have been in Hong Kong, I do want to know your point of view. What do you think about do you think the Filipino and Hong Kong people, what kind of similarity that you've seen?
Similarity. Similarity, I think, is the being hospitable. Yeah, so it doesn't matter how small is the apartment. Like most of the employers there, right? So they still have this room for their nanny, right? So that is the same thing as in the Philippines. It doesn't matter what's the size of your house. So we still welcome guests or whoever comes into our place. Yeah, the hospital. Yeah.
我問到 Mary Siu 咧，佢喺對香港嗰個印象啦，佢就好好啦。咁如果我問佢覺得喺菲律賓人同埋香港人即係中間有冇啲乜嘢好相同嘅地方呢？佢就答我大家都非常之好客，因為佢喺香港嘅時候呢，就算香港啲地方咁細呢，佢都有一個地方俾佢哋當其時佢都係一個護理人員啦，俾佢嗰度瞓，咁所以佢覺得香港人由咁細嘅地方，佢都可以撥到個地方俾佢嗰度居住，咁佢覺得香港人應該係非常之好客同埋熱情嘅。What about the differences?
The differences? Well, I found Chinese people are so health conscious, which is I admire the most.
So health conscious.
Yes.
Can you tell me more? What do you? Yeah. Why would you think about this?
They eat so healthy. Like they eat so healthy foods, yummy, delicious, and healthy foods. Yeah, because I've seen that from my employers.
What do they eat?
Well, they love vegetables and fruits and like everything fresh, and they are so conscious with this, the amount of oil and the amount of salt. So that made me think like, oh yeah, because health is wealth, right? So I really admire that. And I found also Chinese people are so focused on their career, like the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like Chinese people, they work hard for the future. And yeah. So you can see Chinese. A lot of Chinese are, well off.
Well, you know what? It's very. That's a good point that you just mentioned about the health consciousness. I do have asked other guests like, oh, the similarity or the differences. This is actually new. Like, oh yeah, you know what? This is something that we always do, but we didn't notice.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We don't. Well, we tend not to eat that much of meat.
Yeah.
Usually vegetables.
Yeah.
And salt and oil. I just didn't. Oh yeah, I just do that. Yeah. So when you cook at home, you actually don't pay attention to it.
My employer always tell me that because they love to eat outside. So she said, whenever we're outside, so whenever we're home, you can control how much salt you want. So, but when you're outside, you don't know how much salt they put, but it's always yummy. That's the most important.
Yes, that's always yummy. Usually, the not so healthy food, they are usually yummy.
Yes.
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Okay, yeah. Usually people will say, oh, the differences, maybe how you address people, something like that. But yeah, health consciousness, that's a good one.
Yeah.
我同大家分享下先，咁我問到 Mary 笑，佢覺得有咩分別咧？其實香港人同埋呢一個嘅菲律賓人，即係佢哋嘅 culture 或者其他嘢，佢覺得最大嘅分別係咩啊？佢俾咗個 我有少少surprise 嘅答案俾我喎。佢話佢覺得香港人好注重呢一個嘅健康啊，好注重呢個飲食健康。佢話大部分佢以前嘅僱主呢，食好多好多嘅菜，好多好多嘅水果。佢最 surprise 嘅就係見到佢哋落鹽啊、落油嗰個份量呢，即係佢要 control 得好好，唔可以落咁多咁。咁當然我哋就慣咗啦，即係我哋慣咗喺屋企又會唔好食咁多肉啊，即係落鹽同埋落油嘅份量，亦都會好好咁控制啊。但係原來對佢嚟講呢樣，佢覺得真係好大嘅一個分別嚟嘅，即係唔係話佢食得唔健康，只不過原來我哋香港人對呢樣嘢着重到呢一個地步呢，對佢嚟講個印象係好深刻嘅。另外就係話佢就話香港人真係非常之努力嘅，即係為將來好努力嘅。咁亦都係因為咁，所以佢都覺得香港人嘅生活呢，大致上面都非常之，即係對佢嚟講，佢覺得大致上面因為好努力咁，所以呢生活都非常之好。咁我哋今日真係非常之多謝阿 Mary Sue 咧，特登上嚟同我哋呢傾咁多即係傾咁多關於菲律賓同埋又同我哋分享埋佢覺得香港人同菲律賓嘅睇法啦。Thank you so much for coming today, Mary Sue.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
It's a really fun session. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
咁我而家咧休息一陣先，廣告翻嚟之後咧有第二個環節送俾大家嘅。Let's take a break and after that I will have more for you.
You are the song playing so softly in my heart. I reach for you. You seem so near yet so far. I hope and I pray you'll be with me someday. I know down inside you are mine and I'm yours. True love, or am I dreaming? How can I, each time I try to say goodbye, you were there, you looked my way, I touched the sky. We can share tomorrow and forevermore. I'll be there to love you so. You are my I know for sure that we were meant to fall in love. I look in your eyes, I know what you're thinking of. I try not to say the words that might just scare you away. I know down inside you are mine and now your true love. Please no more dreaming. How can I, each time I try you say goodbye, you were there, you look my way.
好啦，歡迎翻返嚟華語電台 CCR 文化潮流菲律賓呢個環節，我會講咩呢？當然就係講我同你哋都非常之喜歡嘅旅遊啦。嗱，今次呢，我請嚟嘅嘉賓呢，有啲唔同嘅，佢係做呢一個嘅旅行社啦。但係呢，之前我啲嘉賓請嚟呢，佢係做旅行社，但係佢哋呢，就當然係因為做旅行社就好熟悉菲律賓，加上佢哋由菲律賓嚟啦。但係今次呢一位嘉賓就唔同啦，佢嘅旅行社呢，係直情 specialize 呢，就係做去菲律賓旅遊嘅喎。咁呢一個咁難得嘅機會，我當然要請呢一位咁美麗嘅小姐上嚟同我傾下偈啦。咁又可以帶我遊覽下呢個菲律賓啦。佢個名字就叫做 Marilyn Lacson。Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my show. I have a special guest. She is from the travel industry. I know it is the best time, the best moment. We have to talk about traveling.I love traveling a lot. I haven't been to the Philippines, and this is actually the best moment for me to learn even more about the Philippines because this lady, she actually specializes the traveling to the Philippines. So let's welcome my special guest, Marilyn Lacson.
Hello. Hi, good evening.
Thank you for coming.
It's our pleasure.
It's really great that I learned that you actually specialize in the Filipino destination.
That's right.
I am so excited. It's not my first time to interview like travel agents, and I always had a good time with them.
Okay, yeah.
This time is special because you actually specialize in the destination that are actually in the Philippines.
That's right.
Okay, but you know what? I should let you to introduce yourself to the audience first, and then
Okay.
we will start talking about the Philippines.
All right. Okay, great. Okay. I'm Marilyn Lacson. I'm from Philippines, and in the province of Pampanga in Central Luzon region in the Philippines. And I used to work in travel agency for 6 years as a travel agent, and we specialize like travel from Toronto to Manila. And our main airlines, especially we carry our main airlines is the Philippine Airlines. I'm working at Empire One Travel Inc. is in your side by offering the best in customer service. We're TICO registered. TICO stands by Travel Industry Council in Ontario. Registered travel agents who know how to speak the language, which is the Filipino, the Tagalog language. Search out the best deals and make sure everyone, our customers, taken care of it.
我同大家翻譯一下先。Marilyn 咧，佢係一位travel agent 啦，即係旅行社嘅一個 agent 嚟嘅。咁佢咧就已經做咗6年㗎啦，6年嘅經驗。咁頭先講過啦，因為佢個旅行社咧係專係去呢個菲律賓嘅。咁佢咧都話啦，佢主要咧就係做呢個多倫多去到馬尼拉嘅呢一個嘅服務。You said you have been working for like 6 years.
That's right.
Okay, very experienced.
Yeah.
Other than Manila, like, is there other destination in the Philippines?
Yeah, we do. We have 7,125 islands in Philippines. But there is I think 4 destinations, which is the best one. Islands is the Palawan, the Boracay, Cebu, Bohol.
Oh yeah, you know what? Bohol is one of my. Well, I have never been there, but then among all the places that I've covered, Bohol actually impressed me a lot because
That's
of the
right.
chocolate hills.
That's right. Yes, because of the chocolate hills and also the tarsier.
Oh yes,
The big eyes, yeah.
but they are so
tarsier.
tiny.
Yeah, these are tiny, yeah. They are so cute.
咁我就問到阿 Marilyn 咧，其實佢話咧，佢主要係 focus 喺多倫多去到呢個馬尼拉啦。咁其他嘅地方啊，會唔會喺菲律賓度有啲乜嘢好即係最多人、最熱門嘅地方呢？咁佢就提到咧，就係有譬如Palawan 啦、 Boracay 啊，即係呢一個嘅長灘島啦 ，Cebu 啊，即係你個宿務啦，仲有上次同大家講過薄荷，即係薄荷市，就係有呢一個嘅 Chocolate Hills 嗰度，呢個係令我印象最深刻嘅地方。Okay, Marilyn, do you just arrange the guests from flying from Toronto to the Philippines, or you actually offer the tours within the Philippines?
Okay, so we do the tours. We do and set up the tours are here in Toronto, and then so as I said, specializing in routes from Toronto to Philippines, and then we want our customers to have the best experience from picking up the tickets picking up the tickets at the airport and inviting on the sunny beaches and enjoying once in a lifetime vacation in Philippines because it's an island and it's really good like beaches.
But from the airport,
Okay,
you have already arranged like one of the representatives there.
that's right.
Helping the guests, and then that will be the tour guide, and they will be flying together with the guests.
No, actually, okay. So we booked the ticket from the international from Toronto to Philippines, and then once the passenger asks for a tour spot in Manila, let's say, or in Palawan, then we book a tour, the hotel accommodation, the tour, and also include also everything which is the tourist guide.
I see. Okay, let me translate to the audience first.
Okay.
Because I enjoy so much already. You make me want to go there already. 咁我就問到啊 Marilyn 咧，咁其實佢哋旅行社佢係安排淨係幫顧客去安排呢一個嘅機票去到菲律賓啦，定係其實佢會安排埋呢一個嘅旅行團嘅呢？原來佢安排埋旅行團嘅，咁佢都話非常之即係周到嘅服務，由 pick up 呢一個嘅機票去到呢一個嘅菲律賓，再當地嘅旅遊呢，佢哋都會安排晒㗎啦。And Marilyn, what about the customers? Are they mostly from the Philippines, or mostly like people from other countries, or like the local here? They want to visit the Philippines. What are the percentage?
Okay, the percentage for Filipino is actually it's 95% for the Filipino, because the Filipino they want also like the Filipino travel agency, which they want to be comfortable talking like in the same language, which is we're using the Tagalog language. They most likely use the Tagalog like the same dialect, right? And also like there are also like a Canadian asking for the US tour. Also we also booked the tour package going to for example going to Orlando. We book also the hotel and flights going to Orlando, and also going to the cruises. Also they're asking like the Canadian also asking for that, but it's just only like 5% for that.
You mean that 5% they are actually not asking to go to the Philippines, but instead going to the cruises or like US?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
But I'm curious when you say like 95% Filipino, which is not a surprise.
Yeah, that's right.
But because you are actually not only like booking a tickets for them, you were actually arranging a tour.
That's right.
So if someone who is from the Philippines, they still want to take the tour
Okay.
to the Philippines,
That's
like is that because they have the kids, or like they haven't been there, or like is there a special reason?
That's right, because they are family. They always go there like family, especially the summer here. It's there's no school, so they bring all the kids. Because some of them are born here. That's
And
why
have never been to
that's
the Philippines.
right. Yeah, because their mother and father are both the same Filipino, and then they want to go they want to experience the kids go in the Philippines.
咁我問到Marilyn 佢 呢個人客啊嘅比率啊係咩最多呢？即係會唔會因為佢係 focus 喺啲菲律賓嘅旅行喎，但係佢講緊嘅並唔係就咁 book 機票啊，即係佢係講埋去到菲律賓有旅行團咁。咁比率係咩呢？咁就當然唔意外啦。佢話其實95%呢都係菲律賓人嚟嘅，因為始終大家都係講同一個語言啊，變咗大家會好想去翻一個熟悉嘅環境、熟悉嘅語言去到 book 佢哋嘅旅行啦。咁佢話當然另外嗰5%咧就係可能未必有啲加拿大嘅人可能要去美國旅行啊，或者去翻本地旅行咁當然佢哋旅行社都會有安排啦。但係佢話95%都係菲律賓人，咁我就想知啦，因為佢哋菲律賓人即係本身係菲律賓嚟嘅。咁若果佢嘅旅行團、旅行社並唔係淨係 book 機票，仲安排埋旅行團嘅話，咁點解會咁多菲律賓，即係吸引到咁多菲律賓嘅人去參加呢？因為都好熟悉菲律賓啦。咁原來呢係因為佢話好多嘅家庭啊，佢哋嘅仔女可能喺度出世嘅，就未去過菲律賓，咁所以就當然好想佢哋認識嘅菲律賓啦。咁而啲加上有呢一個團咁方便，又可以帶埋佢哋一家大細咁去玩，又可以有埋呢個機票啊、酒店啊。仲包埋呢個團，即係呢個嘅tour 呢個旅行團添，咁所以呢，就係因為咁，所以吸引到咁多呢一個嘅菲律賓人呢去到 join 呢啲嘅旅行團啦。Marilyn, another questions. Usually, how long is the tour? Is the trip?
Okay, from tour, cause that's why, as I've said earlier, the Philippine Airlines is traveling from Toronto. There's one stop in Vancouver. They called it a technical stop. They're just refueling like 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then they will use the same aircraft from Vancouver to Manila. So that's the one that's the special one of the special airlines because they won't stop the airlines like a long hours, right? And then they use the same aircraft from Toronto to Vancouver, and then Vancouver to Manila. It's just only like 17 to 18 hours,
Including the stops.
including
That's
the
not
stops.
bad.
Yeah, that's
Well,
not bad, right? That's right.
Not really. I don't mean to say really not bad. It's just because we are used to it because we are all from Asia.
That's right. Yes.
The flight to Hong Kong is like 15 hours.
Yeah.
Direct flight. I mean, if it's
Yeah,
if
it's
it's if it's non-direct flight for us, then it's approximately 18 hours too.
That's right. Yeah.
咁問到咧由呢一個多倫多去到菲律賓要幾耐時間呢？咁佢話通常咧就會喺溫哥華停一停入一入油，咁啊大概17至到18個鐘頭到啦，咁就會去到馬尼拉噶啦。What about the tour? Like the whole vacation? Usually, how long will your guests spend in the Philippines?
They usually spend 3 to 4 days.
3 to 4 days?
Yeah, 3-4 in the vacation, right?
Uh-huh.
But they usually go to the Philippines 1 month or 30 days.
That's long.
Yeah, that's wrong. Exactly, because they want to spend more. The Filipino, they want to spend more in their family, like with way back home in Philippines. And so they wanna. It's 30 days because they make it sure like it's all worth it, right? Because they gonna pay the trip with. So approximately the tickets from Toronto to Manila, it's $1,200, and it's a family, so they want a big vacation for the family, right? And then that's why they will also want to spend their time with their family way back home Philippines.
But what about, like, I know like the duration for them is like a month, but
Yes.
then your tour, like I don't think you were going to bring them to tour for a month, right?
No. Yeah.
How long is your tour?
Okay, for the tour, they bring them like usually it's 4 to 5 days. They spend like in an island 4 to 5 days, having fun, enjoying the beach. Yeah, so
I see. So it's like 4 to 5 days, and then they are basically on their own.
yeah, come back again with the family. That's
That's-
all. Yeah, that's all inclusive. That's all inclusive. The food, the tour, the hotel, like everything. It's all inclusive actually.
OK，咁我問到通常成個旅行有幾長呢？ Marilyn 咧佢就話其實通常咧好似我哋唐人翻香港咁啦，大部分嘅客人都會翻去成個月嘅。咁當然佢哋翻去成個月係因為佢都話啦，你俾機票都差唔多1200啊，咁可能大部分人俾咗咁貴嘅機票，咁就不如喺嗰度逗留耐少少時間啦。咁佢哋又可以探下朋友啊，探下親戚咁樣。但係我就好想知道，咁成個 duration 啦，即係佢哋嗰個客人啦，就係喺呢一個菲律賓1個月啫，咁但係佢哋嗰個旅行呢，嗰、個旅行團呢係幾耐呢？咁個旅行團大概4至到5日，包埋晒酒店噶啦。佢話通常呢會喺一個譬如一個島嶼嗰度，咁佢哋呢就 spend 嗰度4至5日，同一家大細咁樣咯。What about food? Is that included?
Yeah, that's
Hotel, you
included.
pay-
Yeah, hotel.
Wow.
Yeah, food, the breakfast, and it's all inclusive. If they say like all inclusive, so everything is there, like the food, the hotel, and also the flights.
哦，原來連嘢食都係包埋嘅，佢都話係基本上係全包宴啊，所有嘢都包，無論機票、酒店同埋嘢食，早午晚都包噶啦。咁又真係 OK 喎，我覺得。Like I know that you said like about 4 to 5 days. So usually, what is the top destination for that 4 to 5 days?
As I've said earlier, it's Palawan.
That's like the most popular one.
Yeah, the
You know,
Palawan.
I actually was expecting Boracay. I thought the Boracay is like the top one.
Before the Boracay, yeah. But because because the Filipino, they told me like there's a lot of Filipinos. I mean, there's a lot of tourists now. I think it's too much.
Tourists.
Yeah, there are lots of tourists actually, and then it's a crowded area now because it's a white sand, right? Now, the next is the Palawan, which is there's a cave also like in Palawan. There's a cave and also Palawan is it's also an island. And there's a cave, and then the attraction is really good. You can see this picture, right?
Wow.
So this one is really nice, and I think for me, the first one I choose to go is the Palawan. Yeah.
You have been there, right?
Yes, I've been here in Palawan. Yeah,
I would want to show that in my page. Send me that
that's
picture.
right. I'll give
I
it to
ho-
you.
I hope
I'll give you the link for this one.
Thank you. I hope my guests can see that picture.
Exactly, they will love this one.
Yeah， 因為我同阿 Marilyn 講咁。頭先佢雖然講過即係通常有啲咩地方會係最多人去啦。咁第一個地方就係 Palawan 啦，第二個就係 Boracay。咁我就話其實我有少少 surprise 嘅，因為我以為 Boracay 即係長灘島咧係最會係 number one， 我以為。咁原來佢話以前係㗎，不過因為而家嗰度真係越嚟越多遊客。咁 Palawan 咧就反而未咁多遊客同埋冇咁逼啊。佢話。咁佢就俾咗一張相俾我睇，真係靚到咧，好似仙境咁嘅，好靚。因為佢話入邊有個 cave 嘅，咁就係呢一個好似一個洞入邊啦，就有一個好靚嘅一個海灘，即係海灘啦。That's the beach, right? Like the one that you show me, like the cave.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
cave.
that's
It's
a
an
beach.
island. That's a beach. Yeah. So everything is there actually.
Let me continue translating.
Okay.
因為頭先佢俾我張相就係有個 cave， 跟住 cave 入邊就係一個沙灘嚟嘅，咁就係真係好靚。咁佢就話，所以真係越嚟越多人會去嗰度，所以而家就變咗 number one 啦。咁佢自己都去過，佢覺得真係好靚，俾佢揀佢都係會揀去嗰度咯。spend 4-5日喺嗰度，然之後就可以去第二個地方嗰度，即係去翻你自己嘅家鄉或者你自己中意去邊度都得。咁但係4-5日包埋食包埋住就喺嗰個地方，咁又真係非常之吸引咯。And then after the trip is like completed, like
Yeah,
for
that's right.
after like 5 days, for example. So the tour guide will then fly back to
the
Toronto
airport, yeah,
or
to
like
the
I don't know where
airport,
he's from,
yeah.
but then the guests will just like do whatever they want.
Yeah, the guests usually like usually they are from Manila, the national capital region. They usually came from that place or part of northern Luzon or central Luzon, and then they will fly from Manila to what is the destination they want, which is if they want to go to Boracay or Palawan.
They would just do it
Bohol.
on their own then.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and usually they like in a month they choose at least 3 tourist spots. Usually they use the tourist spot, which is the Palawan, Boracay, and also the Bohol.
Oh, okay. So they just plan it themselves.
Exactly.
Like you bring them to Palawan and then they do the rest.
Yeah, it's already planned before they before they book the ticket, the international ticket. It's already planned.
I see.
That's why, and also it's because they want it like an adventurous, because some of the Filipino, they come back in the Philippines after 2 years. That's why they want it like an extravagance, like they want it really enjoy also the going to Philippines.
咁我問到通常大概4至5日，咁個領隊就翻去即係可能多倫多啊，或者總之佢就離開啦。咁佢哋嘅客人呢，就可以自由喺菲律賓度做，即係做咩都冇所謂。但係佢就話其實通常啲客人都係會去完 Palawan 啦，然後因為佢話條路 OK 嘅，咁就之後就會再去 Boracay， 跟住就去 Bohol 嘅。呢個就通常啲客人都係會咁樣去 plan 法嘅。Will you also be the tour guide, like your role?
My role? No.
No?
My role is just only like to get their the ticket, which is the tour package in Manila, and also the round trip ticket from Toronto to Manila. And then from there, there's also that's include everything. As I've said, it's all inclusive, everything. The
No,
transfer.
I'm just wondering if you
Yeah.
will also be like, I mean, what's your role? I mean, if you are just like booking the tour, or you will actually always also be the tour guide.
No, only like book the tickets, the tour, but then I'm making sure like everything is settled, like everything is good, all their flights are confirmed, all the tours are confirmed. That's our main role actually, as a travel agent.
OK， 咁我就好奇啫，我問一問阿 Marilyn 佢會唔會係有做埋帶隊嗰個嘅咧？咁佢唔會，佢真係幫客人咧去 book 嘢，但係佢會 make sure 所有嘢都 OK， 令到客人安心，咁樣佢先至叫做完成佢嘅工作，佢嘅責任。咁今日真係非常之多謝 Marilyn 咧，上到嚟同我哋講，即係介紹咁多呢一個嘅旅遊嘅資訊啊！即係原來去菲律賓可以有呢類咁樣嘅團參加嘅。咁其實如果大家有興趣菲律賓都可以考慮呢一樣嘢，因為去到菲律賓咁又有個團包埋，咁我真係覺得都 OK 啊，個價錢都划算咯，我都覺得4至5日咁去玩下幾開心啊！ Thank you so much, Marilyn, for coming today. And to actually tour us already. You tour us to Palau, Boracay, and Bohol. Thank you so much for coming.
And thank you so much for inviting us again. We're from Empire One Travel in Toronto.
我知道大家一聽親旅行呢就好開心噶啦，唔想我個節目完呢。不過真係時間差唔多啦，我要講拜拜啦。不過俾啲預告俾大家，下個禮拜呢嘅節目大部分呢都會楞到旅行嘅，我自己都真係好期待啊！咁啊，下個禮拜記住同樣時間收聽我嘅節目《文化潮流菲律賓》。Thank you for listening to my show. It's time to say goodbye. Next week, it will be also about traveling.Not like the key topics, but then basically most of the interviews we will actually link to traveling. So remember, stay tuned to our show. See you next Monday. Good night.
Nung isilang ka sa mundong ito, laking tuwa ng magulang mo, at ang kamay nila ang iyong ilaw. At ang nanay at tatay mo'y di malaman ang gagawin, namasdan pati pagtulog mo. At sa gabi nagpupuyat ang iyong nanay sa pagtimpla ng gatas mo. At sa umaga na may kalong ka ng iyong amang tuwang-tuwa sa'yo. Ngayon nga ay malaki ka na, nais mo'y maging malaya, di man sila payag, walang magagawa. Ikaw nga ay biglang nagbago, naging matigas ang iyong ulo, at ang payo nila'y sinuway mo. Di mo man lang inisip na ang kanilang ginagawa'y para sa'yo. Kat ang nais mo'y masunod ang layaw mo, di mo sila pinapansin. Nagdaan pa ang mga araw at ang landas mo'y naligaw, ikaw ay nalulong sa masamang bisyo. At ang una mong nilapitan ang iyong inang lumuluha, at ang tanong, anak, ba't ka nagkaganyan? At ang iyong mga matay biglang lumuha nang di mo napapansin. Magsisisiyag sa isip mo, nalaman mo ika'y nagkamali. Magsisisiyag sa isip mo, nalaman mo ika'y nagkamali. Magsisisiyag sa isip mo, nalaman mo ika'y nagkamali.